This is
This is Oaklanders on the Line. Oaklanders, we are so back for another episode, the second to last episode of this limited series, Oaklanders on the Line. I'm your host, as always, Noel California, and let's get into it. Episode 1, we got to ask people why Oakland, why they chose to be here, stay here, move here, why they defend Oakland, why they represent Oakland, just why in general. And on this episode, I want to ask people, what is Oakland? What does it mean to them? How do they define it? So let's pick up the phone and get Oaklanders on the line and have them paint a picture of what the town is. Yo, who we got on the line right now? Who we listening to?
Hey, right now you're listening to Corey Johnson, a.k.a. Sunspot Jones. How y'all doing?
Doing great. Glad to have you on the line. While I got you here, in your words, what is Oakland? Please define it for us.
Oakland just basically is just a magical place that everyone kind of influences the world with. I feel like there's so many people that know about the Bay. When I go to places, I go to Norway, I go to Germany, I go to Australia, I go to Bali. Like, people know Oakland. People know the music that's come out of Oakland. They know the art. They know all the different things that have been created to show the world with. It's just a magical, beautiful place and a celebration of art spirit.
Once again, that's my brother man Corey. He's a fellow cultural strategist in government working with the mayor's office and a resident of District 8.
Just think of 2017 Raiders versus Jets. It's a nice Sunday afternoon. You got Marshawn on the sideline. You got Kick the Sneak playing in the whole stadium, and you got Marshawn turning up a whole stadium of 60,000 people in the Coliseum. That's what Oakland is.
I feel like Oakland, you go anywhere, you see it, you smell it, it's the art, it's the sounds. I feel like that's the real inspiration, that's the real heart of Oakland. And like, despite all the crazy shit that go down, there's real beauty, there's real culture in Oakland that people need to put that shit on a pedestal instead of like, oh, businesses are closing down, oh, people bipping too much. Like, nah, you need to put the love for Oakland on a pedestal.
And Marco's right. I'd bet you $5 if you type in Oakland news, you'd probably find a negative article. And while we're portrayed one way, we still find ways to thrive.
It's dynamic, it's complicated, it's frisky, it's gritty, it's real. There's a deep sense of beauty and justice that's important to how the city presents itself. As a cultural affairs manager, I look at like the many ways our cultural community celebrates and honors and brings beauty to life.
That's Roberto. He works in cultural affairs. We had a conversation recently, and we both agreed that there needs to be an attempt to revitalize Oakland. Our next resident on the line is Kev Choice. He's a former cultural strategist in government.
Create at a high level for such a small space. We have a wide influence around the world for such a small, compact area. Oakland is rich, culturally rich, often overlooked, often underestimated, but always continuing to grow and evolve. It's like a mixing pot where people can come, and if you have an independent and community mindset, you can find a way to thrive. I feel like it's a place that is often, looked down on, underestimated, but we always continue to rise. We always continue to create.
Oakland is in the class of kind of considered second-tier cities. You have your Baltimore, which would be second-tier to DC, and you have your smaller port cities, Portland, and things like that. These places are kind of forgotten, kind of isolated, kind of weird art pockets. Oakland, to me, means Oakland has its own, separate from those cities, Oakland has its own very distinct sort of community soul to it that doesn't seem to exist in other places as much.
That's Billy Joe Agan Jr., co-owner of the Stork Club. And he told me a lot about what he thinks Oakland is, and he believes the city can get better.
I think Oakland is that one city that can't really be described unless you experience it. And everyone that I've ever introduced to the town has always been amazed by what they found, because it's never what they expected.
That's Emiliano Villa. He's a producer, model, actor, singer, and we met through our media line of work.
Something that I think is uniquely Oakland is the sense of community here. It's the number one quality that stands out to visitors. The friendliness of people in the streets, in bars, at markets and festivals. Anywhere that you go that is a social place, Oaklanders are going to be welcoming with a smile, dancing, having a good time, because that's just our culture here. I think that's something that is part of our identity here growing up. And I think it's something that we want to spread to other people. Dear Oakland, I love you for all your magic, diversity, beauty, and history. Thank you for being home and always being there. I'll see you at the lake. Love, Emiliano.
Because of the personal attention given every caller, you might experience a brief delay. Please remain on the line. A representative will assist you shortly.
This is Emiliano Villa, and you're listening to Oaklanders on the Line.